hacking after this.
I'm
What's up,
excited.
Stu?
Hello, Jim.
Stu, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been selling stuff on the interwebs?
Well, I got out in 99, opened up a web page in 99, and started doing online coaching and selling books in 99.
Okay,
So,
so
what's that, 26 years?
I don't know. You majored in history, not I mean in Russian studies, not math. I think it's 26 years though. So nice work.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm a year older than you and been doing this 2 years longer. So between the two of us, we have been doing this for close to
50.
55 years ish.
Dang.
Okay. So I've seen a few things, and I know you've seen a few things, and I'm not pulling the old man card today, but I'm seeing something that is actually very, 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 very concerning to me.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about it today because, and not to be, Debbie Downer, but to throw out the warnings to people to be really careful right now. Okay.
Okay.
And good morning, Mary. So I'm going to start with a quick story, Stu, because we start with we lead with soul and we support with data.
I love stories.
So back in the early 2000s, 2001, 2002, 2003, people were selling their stuff with what was called resale rights. And resale rights was when you bought an ebook, it was a form of distribution. So somebody buys a book from you, they're also buying resale rights to be able to sell the book. I did it. A lot of people did it. And initially, it seemed like the great egalitarian shareware way to make money until you got people that abused it.
Hmm.
And so, from two quick things that I can tell you from direct experience that happened. We sold resale rights to a book. Someone bought the resale rights, maybe, we don't know,
Mm.
but then they claimed to have a business relationship with us. So they took the book, chopped it up, put it into a mini course, and then sold it as people were going to be getting coaching from Jim Edwards and Yannick Silver.
Oof.
And then we had people start contacting us asking for a refund because this person was not delivering on the promises that they were making. And people were threatening to sue us because
Damn.
of what this person had done. And had been some precedent that they could do that because our names were on the book. So I had to
Wow.
spend, I think, $25,000 suing this guy to make him take down a web page.
Oh.
So that goes hand in glove with another story I'm going to tell you. So somebody else whom all of you have probably heard of, um, and I'm not going to mention names, however, but this particular person made a claim. They basically took several resale rights products, put them together, put a name on them, and made a promise. And I'm going to paraphrase now that basically said how I made $126,927 last year, and you can too.
Mm.
And what they were selling was the resale rights to the resale rights of the resale rights products. Now, the average person might say to themselves, well, I'll take all that with a grain of salt. But the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, at that point, got a major boner for this particular person. You can look that up on the internet if you don't know what that means. And they did some basic math and said that in order for everybody to make that amount of money, that you would need like 30 or 40 billion people on planet Earth. They basically charged him with having a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I wasn't witness to this, but I saw it, heard about it, had a direct conversation about it with the person, and they found out how much he had in assets, and they basically took all of that, and he had to start over. Was he operating with ill intent? I have never believed this person had ill intent. So the problem is that if the government gets you in their crosshairs, it doesn't matter
Mm.
if I mean, how many people have you ever seen that have had their Facebook account shut down, have had their ad account shut down, have had their YouTube account shut down through no fault of their own or ignorance of the rules or whatever? Have you heard of anyone that's happened to?
Yeah. Yeah, things like that have happened for sure.
Yeah, they happen a lot. And do they
Yeah.
usually happen at a good time? Like, oh, this is a really convenient time
Mhm.
for this to happen. No, Luann, that's actually not the person I'm talking about. Um, However, I'm aware of that situation too. So
Mm.
here's my point. There is something going on right now in the wild west of the internet, of AI generated content, AI generated video that I believe very shortly, whether it's in the next 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, that's still very shortly, is going to become an issue that could get your ass burned up quick. And so
Wow.
this is the warning, okay? And I'm trying to be old Uncle Jim, not Principal Edwards, okay? And that is in the area of what is termed UGC. Do you know what UGC is, Stu?
I do not.
UGC, you guys in the comments, let me know if you know what UGC is. I know some of you are actually doing this. UGC stands for user generated
Oh,
content.
yeah.
Okay. You might already know where I'm going with this, but I want to show you something that I made in less than 2 minutes today. Okay, literally before we jumped on here. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Words is 100% responsible for my success. I am a Navy SEAL because he taught me everything I know. He even got me into a new tax bracket and shaved 10 years off my life. He's the best.
Let me play that again.
Jim Edwards is 100% responsible for my success. I am a Navy SEAL because he taught me everything I know. He even got me into a new tax bracket and shaved 10 years off my life. He's the best.
Okay, now I probably could probably could work on the volume level on that, but you saw that, you got the gist of that, right?
Yeah. Look at young
I'm
Stu.
I made that with a picture of you.
Dang.
So look at this again. So that's the picture.
Edwards is 100% responsible for my success. I am a Navy SEAL because he taught me everything I know. He even got me into a new tax bracket and shaved 10 years off my life. He's the best.
So you laughed because I wanted to do something that nobody could turn around and be like, something. But listen,
That
you got
sucks.
people out there that are running ads
Yeah.
with fake testimonials.
Yeah.
You got people that are writing up the perfect testimonial and then making a video to make it look like that is a person giving a testimonial and then directing people through to a product or to an offer. You have a lot of affiliates doing that. A lot of ClickBank affiliates and JVZoo affiliates and others, that's their main way of doing this stuff, using fake testimonials and other stuff. And I'm here to tell you that it's only going to get that. Still, that wasn't Stu's voice, but I could clone Stu's voice pretty easily. I just need him to talk a little bit, hold his mouth a certain way.
Yeah, just pull it right off of my live Q&As that are floating around the internet.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're going to separate the legality from the morality. Now, it's one thing to have like a little avatar spokesperson that like is showing your product or talking about it or something like that. And it is not really even a gray area, as long as it'd be no different than having a regular spokesperson. But you also see on TV that paid non-attorney spokesperson. You see that type of thing
Yeah.
on there. So you could turn that into a fun thing where you're like, non-paid AI spokesperson. That would be kind of a fun way to do that. But you could also, again, I'm not an attorney, don't play one on TV, not giving legal advice, just talking hypothetically for educational purposes right now. Let's say you had a written testimonial from somebody that you had permission to use. Would it be ethical to make their picture talk? I don't know. I'd really want to get somebody's permission.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. But what I'm seeing are outright fake testimonials that people are using. And the thing is, it's so, or just fake endorsements, just fake stuff.
Huh.
And my concern is that people are going to think that it's okay. So then everybody starts doing it. And then all of a sudden your account starts getting shut down, or you get contacted by somebody's attorney, or you get contacted by the FTC or something like that. And it's one thing to have it look like it's a person talking about an issue and then introducing something. I mean, there's that to me, that's fine. But when you cross over into the arena of results testimonials, endorsements, or stuff like that, without somebody being able to tell that there was an AI thing, I think you're setting yourself up for some real problems real fast, and it's going to happen all at once when it does. So anyway, that just something I wanted to, it was pulling at my heart to talk about that. What are your thoughts on this, Stu? And have you seen any of this now upon reflection?
No, I haven't really seen it, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, there are crooks out there. I get emails every day of somebody trying to fish scam me. Um, so it's just going to get easier for them to do stuff like that. Or another one too is like phone calls. You could get a phone call, clone your daughter's voice. I need some money, send it to me quick. You know, So my
Yeah.
advice is have a password anytime there's an emergency. Like we have a password.
What is it?
Back from when they were little. Like if we had a
Right.
friend picking them up at school or something, they had this password.
Right.
So they knew it was real us.
Legit.
So
Yeah.
I mean there are ways to protect yourself, but you're right. Unfortunately, you probably need to have a good lawyer
Well, again,
or go
not
to law
giving,
school and do it yourself.
yeah, not giving legal advice or something, but where I'm seeing a lot of these is in ads, where especially like a 10-second, 15-second ads. Hey everybody, this is amazing. I use it all the time. It's insane. I've made thousands with this and it's incredible. And it's like, like a quickie thing where it happens so quick, but it's not real, but you don't know if it's not real. And it's having an effect.
Right.
At some point there's going to become rules against it, and it is that just it has to, because it's just going to get to the point where it's a fake testimonial, it's fraudulent. And again, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but by God, sometimes it's you get that much scar tissue on you and see all that stuff coming, you can see the shit coming. And it's like y'all
Yeah.
think that nobody's pays, and it's okay, and it's a victimless thing until it's not, and your ass gets caught up in something that you really didn't want to be a part of. So
Yeah.
anyway,
And it's it's kind of unregulated right now, so it is the Wild West out there until people start seeing injury caused by AI, and then they'll make laws against it. But right now, there's just
or
no
perceived
yeah
injury.
yeah
I
perceived
mean,
injury. Yeah.
that's whether there's injury or not, it doesn't stop
Right.
lawyers from suing the crap out of somebody or over
True.
something. Notice I said when I told the story that the FTC found out how much this person had in assets, and that happened to be about the amount they ended up finding him for.
Oof.
So that's what they do.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just not meaning to be a downer. I think one of the other things Isaac said, yes, it's real, and yes, it's coming, whether we like it or not, but people are becoming much more skeptical because of this. This is interesting. Do you ever find yourself having a conversation with your lovely bride and then saying, if it's true? Do you add that on the end of stuff like I saw this on the news, or I saw this, and if it's true, or if it's real? You
Hmm.
don't have those? Like Terry will send me
Every
something, like a Facebook thing.
every now and then, I send her funny things from Duffel Blog that we know is not real.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Um,
like taking what Babylon
Satire.
B, taking that seriously, but
Yeah. Um,
like, do you
I
ever
don't
see
know.
picture? Do you ever see pictures and wonder if they're real? Do you ever look at video and wonder if it's real?
Yeah, there's a couple times. There have been, especially online, when you're seeing things come across when you're scrolling and you're like, no way, that's
Or
fake.
what's the date on that? Or
Right. Yeah.
so there's other ways that you can be manipulated other than just the thing. It's where did that picture come from? What was the context of it? Was it zoomed in? Was it zoomed out? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that can be done to manipulate the truth. But the one Vicky's like every day.
Yeah.
But with this video stuff, okay, I'll tell you another quick story, because I'm sure that the statute of limitations has run out on this. So 1988, spring break, Key West, Florida. Jim
Mm.
is 20 years old. Jim is going to drink.
Mm.
So Jim makes an ID. Jim does not alter an ID. Jim manufactures an ID that was damn good,
Huh.
real good. I found out later that altering an ID at the time was a misdemeanor. Manufacturing a counterfeit ID was a serious felony.
Oh.
Yes. Did
Now.
not know that at the time.
Mm.
Where am I going with that? Ignorance of the law is no
Mm.
excuse for violating the law.
Mm.
And
True.
so you just don't want to be in a position where you can get run over by the steamroller of karma culpability. And so again, just we're going to get off this topic here in just a second, go on to other stuff, but I'm seeing it already, and I'm seeing it's only going to get worse. Because you think about somebody, if setting up a scam website or something like that, AI will write the copy for you that's perfect. AI will create the perfect testimonials for you. It'll create the perfect video testimonials for you. And all of a sudden, all the stuff that it'll have a chat that will talk to people as if it's a legit business. You can set up a phone number that it can look like a real person is actually answering, and it could be a scam or it could be 100% legitimate. How do you know? How do you know the difference? But so when you can't tell the difference, what I have seen in the past is that when there's an issue and nobody knows how to fix it, they pick on the thing that they can immediately point out as the boogeyman. And they can point to and say, is that a real testimonial? And if the answer is no, they got you by the shorties. So that's what's coming. I'm telling you. I'm put me down as today. I said this is going to be the one that they're going to be going after people.
Yeah.
And so just don't do it. Don't fall victim to. I'm not telling you not to use these little avatars and other stuff like that. Go for it. Just don't use them to, on purpose or inadvertently, create something that could be construed as a fake testimonial. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So what else you want to talk about today, Stu? On Genie Hacking, we're going to be talking about authority sites, which this is
cool.
kind of what made me think about. On Genie Hacking, we're going to be talking about hacking together your authority site real quick using tools within the site. One of the things I tell people is you want to make sure you have testimonials on there, and that's what precipitated the whole thing, because I'm like, oh crap, you got, people making testimonial videos to use in ads, and someone might think that that was okay because they saw other people doing it. And just because little Timmy ran across the highway streaked in nothing but bacon grease and shame doesn't mean you should be streaking on the highway either.
That is true. I don't know. Let's ask the audience. What do they want to talk about? If they're still here, let's chat.
Anybody got a question?
Questions or something they want to talk about? Something they're working on?
What are you working on, Stu? Did you do anything with that book trailer I gave you? We did book trailers yesterday.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's on my main description of the Never Quit Mindset book. Made it a social media post. So it's up on my Instagram and YouTube channel and Facebook.
You get any comments on it?
Yeah, I got some sales on it too, both for the book and the course.
What? You mean I made you money by putting together that trailer?
You did. You did. Within minutes. Take a look. Within minutes.
You want to show your screen, or I can go? Is it StuSmithFitness.com?
Yeah, StuSmithFitness.com. Hit the Never Quit Mindset book.
I type in STE.
Right at the top.
All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. Stu's like pumping out his biceps on that one. Never Quit Mindset book.
Yep.
Oh, snap. That's a good spot too.
Yeah, and check it out right above it. My little new Never Quit Mindset training course button.
Sweet.
Yep. Was $297, now $197. It was $297 for like a day.
So you could say it's been as much as $297.
Yes.
Nice, dude. That actually that integrated well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. And scroll down to the bottom of that page, and one thing I show you what I like about Instagram. Maybe you can't see. Oh yeah. See that? You can even share it on your Twitter and Facebook. Like I go on there and I share it on my Twitter and Facebook, and it makes sense. But some people actually share it on their Facebook and Twitter. Look at that. See how integrated that is? That's one of the main reasons I love Shopify. You should say, check out this video I made for Stu in 15 minutes.
No. Watch the amazing book trailer and grab your copy today.
There you go.
Oh, excuse me.
There
Look
you
at
go.
this. Does
Look
that
at
have
that. Thank you.
does that have my affiliate link in it? Just kidding.
Ah. I used to do affiliate links, and I
Yeah,
should probably
nobody.
get back into it.
Meh.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, Mary says, Genie Chat is my executive editor. Amazon, amazing how it helps me every day. Sales letter and squeeze page Genies and easy button are my new best buddies. Nice.
Yeah, I've been using Rewrite Genie. I love because I'm updating old articles
Uh-huh.
and old product descriptions. So just playing around with Rewrite Genie for that, and then I take what it rewrites and put it into the sales letter Genie, and then I got myself a really hot
Use the short sales letter Genie.
product description. In fact, you can kind of see it in this write up. It's the short product
Oh yeah.
description
That's
Genie in there.
definitely that is the short sales letter Genie.
Yeah.
What's the never quit mindset action plan?
That is it a click?
No.
I just call it the action plan. I use the term action plan and book interchangeably.
Yeah,
I explain.
that's a little, this is the perfect complement to any professional. Yeah, I would change that.
Okay.
It's confused. I saw that. I was like, oh, has it got like an upsell or something? I'm trying to spend an extra $20.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Because I want people to use it. Not like read it and set it aside. I want
Sure.
them to go. I want them to go. Oh, the end of chapter 2 says
Well,
advice to challenge myself. I need to find my why. Write
eh,
down your goal, why it matters. Keep it up. So it's a reference tool.
right. But that made me think that maybe it's something you could actually put together a two-pager
Hmm.
that summarizes everything,
Okay.
and then you could include it or you could sell it for an extra $9. But if you included it, then you could
Yeah. Have
hey,
another
it's a bonus and
bullet.
buy
Yeah.
now and you get this
Bonus.
before I start, just something to think about. Plus,
Ah,
when
great idea.
people rip you off and pass it around, you have it branded for the book. And so, we've talked about this before, but I try and make money when people rip me off.
Oh, me too. Every PDF I write that's sitting on the internet somewhere is an advertisement for the other 40 programs I have.
Your book, every beginning of every book you have is like a damn link farm.
Yes.
Smart.
Just,
But I mean that like, people might pass around that checklist even though it's paid, and
yeah.
then it would lead you to some more book sales or some course sales if you brand it with a link to the book. Get the book, get the course,
Yeah.
and
That's a
people
good
start
idea.
passing that around. I mean, it's an extra bonus. It would take you 30 minutes to put it together.
Yeah.
And like you still have, I know I don't have it here on my desk, but you've still got that checklist that we made for DIY Media Marketing Academy.
Yes,
That's
I do.
like, you know, so that's something that would be,
Just looking for it.
ooh, somebody, I guess it was Susan. Are those your suggestions, Susan? Susan, so this is a great suggestion, actually, Stu.
I
She
saw one
said,
with page numbers.
could have the bonus with page numbers. This part of the checklist goes with page X. So I mean, dude, that's a really good idea.
So, oh, I
So
see. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
you get
So
where it's
where
so
what page that checklist is on in the book itself?
exactly. So it's like the never quit mind NQM emergency checklist. All right. I think that's
I like
cool.
that.
Like
I
never
like it.
quit mindset emergency checklist. Okay.
Yep.
So it's got, number one, but whatever the things are that you tell people to do, the main points and stuff, like never listen to yourself, talk to yourself.
Yeah.
That's the one that fits,
Comfortable being uncomfortable.
don't
Yes.
be a wussy. I think that's the last one. That's like the last, don't be and number one, just don't be a wuss. But you could put for more page, go to page
Right.
27. But more info, page 27, more info, something like that. But literally it's got page numbers on it.
Yeah. I like that.
Or and that's for the print book. You would have to do for the print book.
Yep.
Because you can't put page numbers on a Kindle book.
I think you
But
can. Can't you?
no, you can't.
Oh, yeah.
You can't put page numbers on a Kindle book.
They don't pop up as pages.
No, they don't. It's just percentage.
Hmm.
So you could have anchor points, but that's not going to work. So I would have, but you want to sell. Here's the thing:
You can
you
sell more
want to
books.
sell everything.
Yeah.
You sell more
Yeah.
books. I mean, you got there's the books I really like. I've got the print book. I've got the audio book, and I've got the ebook,
I
so
could
that
put
I
the
can
minute.
absorb them
I could
differently.
put the minute and second of the course video.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good. I like that too. Yeah, page 37, minute
Yeah.
15:23.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool. That's a cool thing. Um, dun, 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 dun. Mary's sitting over there hacking the genie chat. This is
That's a
fun.
great one.
Yesterday, I was trying to put together an abusive parents rant as an example to help people find a better way to communicate with their kids. Well, Genie Chat would not give it to me. I love this.
I like it. Jeannie is a
She
she.
wanted me to be positive. I tried to convince her it was for good. She wasn't having it. So then I told her I was writing a script for a play, and she gave me all the verbally abusive dialogue I needed to teach a better way from. Wow. Hey, that's really good. That's a good hack.
Yeah.
You want to know how to make curse? You want to know how to make Siri curse? Ask her
No.
how to say something in another language. She'll repeat what you say in English and then say it in the other language.
Oh, okay.
Now I make you good at the next weekend's barbecue. So there you go. That's actually that's good, Mary. Um, yeah, that's good. I like that. I'm putting that in the. I just programmed that into the memory bank.
That's clever.
Deborah said she'd buy your checklist.
Oh.
She would buy that checklist. So,
Hmm.
dude, everybody wants the quickie. Everybody wants the quick reference thing. Everybody wants
Yeah.
you to just break it down. I've been thinking stuff through like that, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, I kept my book short. I mean, it's a 2.5 hour read, according to the audiobook guy that reads it in 2.5 hours. And
Oh my god.
you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a novel.
Right.
It's about as quick as a book you could call a book. Um,
Yeah.
and you're right. You're right. I think the checklist is the way to go.
Absolutely. And it won't take you long. And here's the thing. You think you've already flogged your list enough, right? But you come up with the checklist. Now you have a whole nother reason to go back out to your list, 2 or 3 more emails,
Yeah.
even doing a video and you hold it up. You could take a picture and you could take a screenshot of the checklist, make it front and back. I mean, don't just make it one page, front and back. It feels,
Yeah.
but then what you do is you blur out the 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 part except for like the top,
Yeah.
And even when you hold it up in the video, in your video editor, blur out when you hold it up, so it's like protecting your identity. And
Yeah.
it's kind of goofy, but it's very effective to blur that out like that. But that's a whole, hey, you know what? Mental toughness, it's exactly what all of us need. I kept my book purposely short, but
Yeah.
hey, once you've read the book and then you run up against a situation where your mental toughness is being challenged, I wanted you to have a quick reference so you could literally just glance at it real quick, take that 5-second tactical pause, get that concept in your head, and keep moving so that you're truly a never quitter. That sounds like a political thing. I'm a never quitter. Um, but I'm telling you, dude, that's the angle. And people are like, oh, yeah. And then you'll have some people that'll be like, oh my God, I'm just going to buy it again so I can get it, even though you're like, they don't even let you get it out of your mouth. That like, and everybody who's already bought, I'm going to automatically include this. At some point, I'm going to charge extra for it. So if you have already bought, you're going to get it. And if you
Yeah.
haven't bought yet, you need to grab before I start. You need to grab it now before I start charging extra. Because my plan is for this to be a $10 upsell. But right now, you can get it included when you buy the Never Quit Mindset book
Nice.
or the course.
Mm. Yep.
So anyway, that's, just some out loud thinking.
No, that's
What you
good. I
think?
always like it when you out loud think about my stuff.
I like making you money, Stu.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I
So
like seeing you do pull-ups.
yeah, really could have used that real-time stretching with Stu video today with my grandson.
Yeah.
But I did something kind of cool because I was what the hell?
That looked cool though. I don't know what you did. Looked cool.
Yeah,
Did you put a signal up and it read the signal?
I don't know what the hell it's doing something.
Hmm.
Huh. I guess it only works. Okay, no. It's following me, Stu. You know how many whiteboards I got in this place? That's like I was showing Dexter I got whiteboards everywhere. What the hell? Oh, so this was cool. So I'm helping Johnny stretch, right? And walking him through the stretches, and I'm like, hey, you probably want to write these down. But I know Stu's got a thing too. And then I said, how the hell do you write down a stretch? And then I got the bright idea. I had him get in the position to do the stretch his calves, stretch his hammies, do all the stuff I had him doing. And then I took a picture of him while he was in the right position. And then
Smart.
I texted him the pictures in order that he should be doing the stretches with
Great.
instructions to hold each pose for 2 minutes, pause for a minute in between, and all that good stuff. That was smart, right?
I
That's
like it.
kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
I made a
Great
Stu
idea.
Smith book.
You just
I
gave me
made
an
a
idea.
Stu Smith book.
So here's what I'm going to do, Jim. Next
Okay.
time I do this little drill, we call it basketball court yoga. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, that's how I'm going to frame my stretching with Stu video. It's
Okay.
called basketball court yoga. And it sounds like, what are you
Full
talking
court or
about?
half court?
Full court. Full court.
Oh.
Takes 25 minutes to get across the court, and you can only advance forward by doing a yoga pose. So you go like toe touch, deep squat, down dog, up dog, right? And then lizard stretch, right? And then bring up right leg up, and then so you just inch right across, and it takes you probably go through that series of like I don't know 12 or 15 stretches, but you do it like 5 times. That's what it takes to get across the basketball court.
Dude,
And
I'm in.
I just talk you right through it, and it's a lot of fun. You at the end, you're like, "Holy crap!" And then we do like a little dynamic stretch on the back end, to walk your way back, and it's really good. In fact, it needs to be something I sell. Pigeon pose too.
So
Yes.
yeah, hell yeah, I'm in because I'm visualizing myself doing it in the garage, which isn't as big as a basketball court, but I can just go back and forth.
Yeah.
Um,
You can stay in one spot. You don't have to walk across. We just do it because nobody likes yoga in our group,
right.
but they like the term basketball court yoga.
No, I love it. That's
Yeah.
that's that's a hell of a cool angle.
Yeah.
And you can do it in about 25 minutes.
Yep. And it's full body.
And are you doing this on mobility day or are you
Yep.
doing it?
It's after mobility day. So after the 5 rounds of cardio and stretching, foam rolling, we do
Mhm.
basketball court yoga for 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Dude, dude, do
Yep.
that. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Do it with a damn phone.
Oh, I we're gonna do it with a phone, and I got my new microphone for it. So I'm just gonna hook it up to myself, just walk
Uh,
walk people through it, and
are you gonna have somebody film you though?
yeah. Probably my son's unemployed since graduating college this summer, so
I was
I'm gonna employ him for the summer, be my
dude,
cameraman.
just getting ready to say, hey, and by the way, I bet Will's got his nose in your refrigerator, so this is a way for him to earn his keep for an hour.
Right.
Do I can you do it next week? Can you do
Yeah,
it
that's my
soon?
plan. That's my
Okay.
plan.
Because I'm telling you, man, I bet you could charge 20 or 30 bucks for that easy. And it's a neat little upsell. I mean, again, it could be an upsell, a one-time offer. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do when you got these little extra things that go with other stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and you're going to talk through the timing and so it'll be a
Yep.
real-time workout, right?
Real time. I'm walking you through it, talking through it, breathing through it. Like every pose is a 2 breath inhale, exhale,
Okay.
2 times, and then you move to the next one.
Okay.
Two until you get to pigeon pose, because everybody needs about 5 or 6 breaths for pigeon pose, because that's a
Okay.
killer for our tight hips.
Okay. Yeah, and if that really takes off, Susan's obviously into this because she is spitting
Yeah, I
serious
see. I see.
stuff at you. But new poses might allow for a subscription model or a version 1, version 2, version 3. So it's basketball court yoga, you know whatever. But
One,
yeah,
two.
you at least got 2
Yeah,
customers here. I mean, I'll flip you 30 bucks for it. Susan
yeah.
will too. So I
The
mean,
hips don't lie.
that pays for Will's food for 2 days. Um, I know how young men eat.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm telling you. And the more of these things that you can add to the site where you can mix and match these different offers and stuff, it's again, think about your audience. Have you ever wondered what we do? That you can push it to the older guys, push it to the younger guys, same course, different message. I will tell you, like um Johnny today, I had him doing some basic calf stretches and he's howling in pain. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, most knee pain
Well,
comes from your calves are too tight or your quads are too tight and you get out of
yeah.
balance and it starts pulling.
Yeah, the problem with that age, especially if he's grown several inches in the last year or so, is all those muscles get stretched and they're so
Right,
tight. They're like
right,
ding.
right.
Um, yeah, my son grew like 7 inches in one year, and he was so flexible, and then he wasn't.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Well, and I told him he could stretch at night, just stretch at night for 10,
yeah,
get warmed up and then stretch at night in front of the TV for 10, 15, 20 minutes. And that'll really help lengthen out your stride, it'll improve run times and
yeah,
just feel
I,
better, sleep better. So
yeah,
I, I'm
yeah. It
I'm
usually takes about 3 weeks to add some flexibility, mobility to your body, but you got
right,
to be pretty diligent about it. But
right.
and you'll feel better immediately, but to actually see improvement takes about 3 weeks,
Okay.
which isn't
Yeah.
hard.
I'm excited about. Let me ask you this. This is just us. This see gang. This is usually what happens. You just not really a podcast. Just Jim and Stu visiting with Susan helping. Um, is this basketball court yoga something you could do in front of the TV every night? Is it something like that would
Oh
hurt
yeah.
you to do something to do this like every day? Is it something you could do every day
Yes.
and it wouldn't hurt you?
Yeah. It's basically what Susan just said. There's a series of yoga poses that they call sun salutations, which
Okay.
usually is a flow of
Okay.
one yoga pose into the other. It's very similar to that.
Okay. But
But I
with
don't get into the
woo woo,
necessarily the real names of these poses. It's like move your left leg here. It's
right?
yeah. Um, so it's a little less yoga-ish and more, static stretching and movement
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen
patterns.
Susan get into some weird, some interesting poses on one leg that she's like all curled up and bent. I'm like, dude, if I
Yeah.
did that, we'd be going to the
She's
dentist.
she's already better than all of us out
Right.
there. So this would be basketball court yoga for, you know, people who are tight
Right.
and need some hip, knee, and ankle mobility
Yeah.
and
I'm
shoulder.
telling, I'm telling you right now, that's kind of thing. You put that out, I bet you that will be a surprise bestseller. I'm telling you, and I've been harping on you this forever, but
I know.
this angle for it,
Yeah.
anybody could do this.
Yeah.
Consult your doctor. This is not an
One of my
recommended.
guys is a boxer for Penn State,
Uh-huh.
and he just graduated, so he was the captain of this boxing team. And he said I'd make the team do basketball court yoga after practice. I'm
Okay.
like, all right. So like young kids are doing it, you
Yeah.
know.
Apparently at VMI, that's one of the things they make all the freshmen do is take boxing. Did you know
Yeah.
that? They
Yeah.
all beat the crap out of each other.
They do the same at the academy.
Um, Dave says one of my older clients asked me how many days a week she should stretch. I asked her how many days do you want to feel good? That's a
Dang,
great. That's
that's
a
a great,
great suggestion.
great answer.
There you
Yeah, every
go.
day I stretch, I feel good. You're
I mean,
exactly right.
yeah, we could adapt that. How many days a week should I do some sort of marketing? Well, which days do you want to make money? You know, I should ask myself that question every day
No,
too.
I love that. That's good.
Uh, cool. All right. Well, that's it. That was fun. We had a little, and that was, what the hell?
Thanks
That
for
was
the
good.
warning, Jim.
That was good time. Yeah. I just,
Keep your head on a swivel.
really feel like this is something that people see people doing, and you're like, wow, I guess that's okay to, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no, don't
yeah.
do it. Cool. All right. So those of you who are in CopyandContent.AI at the elite level or higher, make sure you are on the Genie Hacking with Stu and me. We're going to be talking about how to hack together the content for your authority site and whatever else we need to do to help
I
you
tell you
with
what,
that.
we gotta share Mary's hack because that's genius. That's
We
a good
may
one.
play around with that a little bit at the beginning just for grins,
Yeah.
just to see if what we can make it do. I want to play around with that. And see what's what. So, hey, if they want to get flexible and have an never quit mindset, Stu, where should they
That's
go?
StuSmith.com, sir.
Stu Smith or Stu Smith Fitness?
Either one, they go to both. StuSmithFitness.com. Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
if they want to have access to all the genies that you use to create or to help you accelerate and accentuate your content and sales copy, where should they go?
CopyandContent.AI.
Absolutely. And if they want somebody to help them with their business and transform their life, let's hear from other Stu.
Words is 100% responsible for my success. I
I
am a Navy
screwed
SEAL
it up.
because he taught me everything I know. He even got me into a new tax
Dude.
bracket and shaved 10 years off my life. He's the best.
Let's do it
Jim
again.
Edwards is 100% responsible for my success. I am a Navy
That
SEAL because
really
he taught me
does look.
everything I know. He even got me into a new tax bracket and shaved 10 years off my life. He's the best.
Hmm.
It looks like you because it is you. It just doesn't have the right voice. If it had
Right.
your voice,
Yeah, that would be cool.
it'd be freaky. So
Yeah.
so there you go. All right, man. I will see you in a few minutes. Thanks,
Cool.
everybody.